Hello everyone, I am Grand Royson. Welcome to new video, Chapter 5, The Day of Deliberation Comes. Kiyotaka checks in on Eri, who has decided to come to school. After class is over, Kiyotaka, Suzune, Sudo and Eri go to the meeting. They are greeted by B-class's homeroom teacher, Chie Hashinomiya, who gets pushed back to the faculty room by Chabashira. Chabashira tells them the student council will also be present, causing Suzune to freeze for a moment. They then reach the student council room on the 4th floor. Manabu Horikita, the student council president, announces the start of the discussion and tells Secretary Akane Tachibana to start the proceedings. He adds that he has attended this discussion since he is entrusted as the president. Sudo tells his story on the matter, that Komiya and Kondo had called him to the special building, but they deny and claim the opposite. Both sides start arguing and claim that the other party is at fault. Kiyotaka notices Suzune has been completely silent and recalls the talk between her and her brother behind the dormitory. As Sudo is at the disadvantage in the discussion, Kiyotaka grabs Suzune's sides and tickles her. Suzune gets startled and Kiyotaka tells her to get a grip as they're going to lose. After regaining her senses, Suzune starts speaking up. She casts her suspicion on why Ishizaki, who is not in the basketball club, was present in the special building. When they argue that he was there as a bodyguard, Suzune points out the possibility of them being injured that much should be pretty low as Ishizaki is good at fighting. Suzune then says there's a witness that has seen the whole incident, and Eri is called into the meeting. After being asked to begin her testimony, Eri starts suffering from her anxiety and cannot manage to speak. Kazuma Sakagami, C-class's homeroom teacher, asks to end the meeting so they won't waste their time, and Chabashira seemingly agrees. Chabashira then tells Eri to come down, but she suddenly speaks up loudly and says the C-class boys had thrown the first punch. Sakagami questions Eri on the reason for her late appearance as a witness and her shy personality, then concludes that her story is falsified by her class to make her a witness, but Suzune counters the idea. Eri says she has proof and throws down the pictures of herself being taken in the building, which also show the date and time. Sakagami tries arguing that the information from a digital camera can be fixed, but Manabu shows them a picture of the fight itself. Sakagami then proposes a compromise, in which Sudo receives a 2-week suspension, while the C-class boys receive a 1-week suspension. Chabashira and Kiyotaka express their agreement, with Suzune also seemingly accepting it. She also blames Sudo's attitude for the result. However, she claims that Sudo is innocent in this case and they won't accept his suspension. Manabu concludes that one side has been lying and announces to have another meeting at 4 p.m. tomorrow. If no one admits they're at fault, the council will judge using the pieces of evidence and may consider expulsion. Eri starts bursting into tears after the meeting. Suzune reassures her, stating she has no intention to lose and leaves, followed by Sudo. Eri apologizes for not stepping forward earlier and Kiyotaka consoles her. Manabu and Tachibana then come out of the room, with Manabu asking Kiyotaka on his plan but he denies having any. Manabu tells Eri he cannot accept her testimony as being completely true as she is from D-class, but Kiyotaka says he believes her and Suzune will prove it. After Manabu and Tachibana have left, Kiyotaka encourages Eri and expresses his gratitude to her. While walking back together, Kiyotaka and Eri continue to talk about her feelings. They see Ichinos and Kanzaki who've been waiting for the result. Kiyotaka asks Eri to continue their talk later and she leaves. Kiyotaka explains what happened and they discuss about the compromise. Kiyotaka says his class will fight till the end, with Ichinos and Kanzaki also telling they will continue their help. Suzune appears and says their help is not necessary, but she wants them to prepare something for a risky strategy. Ichinos and Kanzaki are hesitant for a bit but eventually agree. Ichinos then takes out her cell phone and lends it to Suzune. Kiyotaka also offers to contact Professor for his assistance. He then suddenly receives a blow from Suzune for his actions earlier. If you like this video please like, subscribe and share for more. Thanks you all, meet you in another video.